So I'm pretty much a geek when it comes to recruiting and hiring. I think about it all the time, which is a good thing because it's our job to help companies beat the competition by hiring more than their fair share of top talent. Now, the thing that's been on my mind recently is pre-employment assessments and screening tools as a way of making better hires. And that's on my mind because we've been involved in a couple of engagements recently. Let me just tell you about them. One company had made a whole series of bad hires over the last year. And their thinking was that by implementing pre-employment assessment and by improving their interview process, that they could avoid those bad hires. I mean, that's a common reason why companies want to do this. Now, when we dug into it by talking to the hiring managers, the real truth is they knew before they made these hires that they weren't likely to be great. It just turned out that in the time that they had to make the hires and the dozens of people they had interviewed, they hired the best people who were available and they just didn't turn out to be great. So if your company is considering or currently using pre-employment screening in that kind of a situation, there's nothing about better screening that's going to help you make better hires if you're not talking to great people. Now, a second situation is a company that was simply overrun with applicants, and their idea was that by using pre-employment assessments and screening tools up front, that they could narrow the set down to the people who are only the most qualified. I mean, this is very similar to asking a bunch of questions when somebody applies for a job. Now, in theory, that sounds great, and there's no question that some of those questions and assessment tools up front can eliminate some of the least qualified, but what isn't so clear to companies is that it also eliminates an equal or even larger number of the people who you really want to talk to, because those great people who you're fortunate enough that they're actually considering applying to a job or have and considering your company, they're not going to take your test. They don't know who you are. You haven't earned the right to ask them those questions. And we know this for a fact because if you look at the set of people who you invited to take a pre-employment test and you look at the set of the people you invited who didn't take the test, you'll find that a lot of the great people who you really want to talk to are in that set of people who didn't respond. Simply put, the future of your company is no better than your ability to hire today, and how you hire matters. The HireFactors approach, like lots of companies that do the best job of hiring, is focused on a compelling story and attracting and engaging in conversations with the really great people who can make a difference in your company. So if there's anything that we can do to help, I'd love to talk about it. Reach out, give us a call, happy to help.